Hi, welcome back to Our Mickey Shaped Life. It's just me here today. I'm going to be doing a packing video for you guys. We leave for our next Walt Disney World vacation here in a couple days, and I have so much stuff to pack. This is we're going during Christmas time, so I've got like a lot more accessories and things to put away. Also, this is going to be a trip that's in like a colder month, so I wanted to give you guys some tips about packing for that time of year when it's not like 90 degrees every single day, because it can be very variable and it's hard to pack for that kind of situation. So I have some tips to help you guys there. And yeah, that's it. Let's just get into some packing. Okay, so first off, this looks like such a mess, but it actually is very organized. So basically what I've been doing is I have this bin here, and this bin all year round has like all our Disney or like things that are only for travel time. So I keep that bin around, and then when I buy things for my trip, like custom shirts from Etsy or whatever, I just add it to the bin. That way it's all set to go for when I pack. And I had to buy a lot this time, so it just started overflowing, and then I have my clothes stacked up for the stuff that needs to get packed as well. So first thing I'm going to do to kind of cut down on the stress of the packing is I am going to organize it all. I'm going to lay it all out by what suitcase it goes in, and I'll show you guys that, and then we're going to put it actually into the suitcase. Okay, so I have organized all the clothes that was in that big pile, and I decided to organize the days into different suitcases, so that way basically all of like the first 3 days will be in one suitcase, and then the next 4 days will be in another suitcase. That way I will just pull out that one suitcase for that portion of the trip, and then everything will get packed back into it, and then we'll pull out the second suitcase and do the same thing all over. I just think that that's going to be easier for us to keep everything organized. We literally have, well, I'll show you what we have. So these are all the clothes we need for our trip. We're going for 8 nights and 8 days. So we need a lot of clothes. So basically I have it organized. This is gonna be our carry-on clothes. So our carry-on clothes, just because I don't know when the Magical Express will be able to deliver our clothes, so we're gonna go ahead and just have everything that we need for that first day. So we've got our outfits for Ohana at evening, and we've got jammies for after dinner. And then in the second row here, it's very long, all this, those are our clothes for the first 3 days, plus 4 pairs of pajamas, or 3 pairs of pajamas, which I'm only packing these pajamas, so then once we use them we'll wash them and then use them again. Also jeans and long sleeve t-shirts, which I'll explain all that in a second. And then this last row here is our last, well, really 5 days. But this is the day that we leave, and then 4 park days. So that's how I have all the clothes organized. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to organize for the boys at least. I'm going to organize all the outfits into gallon-sized bags, which I did, I've always done. There's my cat just ignoring me. So it's literally got their name, the date, and if we're wearing the clothes, that outfit at the daytime or the nighttime, because they have different shirts at least for the daytime and the nighttime depending on where we are. And so unpack their outfits, shirt, pants, underwear, and socks into the gallon-sized bags. Then once those are all done, I'm going to take those and put those into the packing cubes, and then it goes into the suitcase. So there's a lot that goes into everything, but honestly, taking the extra steps here at home and doing more organizing here, taking a little bit extra time to do all that, makes our time on vacation that much easier. It's really hard to get 5 people dressed and out the door by 7 o'clock in the morning at Disney, especially when you probably have only had like 6 hours of sleep, which is not that much for my boys. So taking a little bit of extra time in the packing stages just makes the week that we're at Disney that much smoother. just finished packing. It took me 3.5 hours to get everything into the suitcases. I'm so tired, but it will be so worth it when we get there and everything's organized. But I wanted to show you what I did and give you guys some tips for packing in the winter. Okay, so I wanted to give you guys some tips for packing in the winter months, because packing when it's colder in Florida can be a little bit tricky. I mean, it can go from 80s in the daytime to like 50s at night, and it can get as cold as in the 30s depending on if you really end up not looking out and going during a time like that. This will be our 4th trip in like a cooler month time, so I feel like I have a pretty good strategy, because if you pack like warm clothes and cooler clothes for your whole trip, it's too much. And I already have 5 suitcases, and that's really with me condensing clothes down and things. So my biggest tip is, first, when you're buying clothes, because I know I buy clothes, you know, I plan our outfits months in advance, and when I do that, if I know that we're going to be wearing that shirt in the daytime, I just buy short sleeves, because it's a really good bet that you'll probably be able to wear short sleeves. I think only one day out of the 4 trips we've had did we actually have to wear, it was too cold to wear a short sleeve during the day. And that was in our January 2017 trip, and it was literally one day of that trip, and that was probably our coldest trip that we had, and even then it was just the one day that we had to wear jackets. So you're probably safe buying shirts with short sleeves, and if you're going to buy a shirt for the evening, I would say you probably want to go with long sleeves. Even on one of the warmer days, it's still probably going to be in the 60s, so you'll be okay with longer sleeves. So that's kind of how I do our outfits and things. But then, because once you get closer to the trip, you might look at the forecast and see that it is going to be a little bit cooler. I think for our trip right now, we're predicted to be in the mid 70s during the day, and probably in like the 60s in the evening, down to the 50s, but that's like probably when we're sleeping. So that is pretty cold for us. It's been about 70s here in Texas, and we're wearing long sleeves and things just because we are more acclimatized to be warm. If you're coming from a state that's already cold in the winter, you know, you're coming from freezing temperatures, 70s is going to feel really warm to you, but for us it is going to be a little bit cooler. So I plan on our outfits: short sleeves and shorts for the daytime, long sleeves or short sleeves and pants at nighttime. And what I did is I just packed 2 pairs of jeans per person. That way, if it is, because I don't know exactly what the temperature is going to be at night. I don't know when the temperature is really going to drop where it's going to be cold enough to wear pants. So we have shorts for the daytime or the nighttime, and then we just have 2 pairs of backup jeans just in case we need them. Because I think in the 60s we'll probably be okay with shorts. And then everybody will have a jacket, which they will wear on the plane, because it will be we're leaving really early in the morning here, so it will be cold here when we leave. And then everybody has one plain gray long sleeve shirt. So if they have a short sleeve shirt and it's not cold enough to wear a jacket, but it is cooler, they can just put this on underneath their t-shirts and still feel warm. So you don't need to bring 2 of everything, a short sleeve and a long sleeve, or shorts and pants for every single day. What I would suggest is pack your shorts and t-shirts, and bring a couple pairs of pants as backups, or for the evening. Jeans don't need to be washed every day, and there always is laundry. So I do plan on, like, if things get dirty, we'll be doing laundry. It's not a big deal. You just don't want to overpack. So I tend to lean still towards the more warm weather clothes, and then just bring a couple of the cooler weather clothes to supplement where I need them to be. And that has worked out really well. I think on our first trip, I had way overpacked on the winter clothes, and it ended up being really warm that trip. I think I actually ended up buying a tank top because I was so hot that I couldn't even stand like having any sleeves at all. And that it was about 80, but we had come from like -20. So keep that in mind, that your body temperature, like what your body is acclimatized to, will be different if you're coming from most places in the country. You're going to be coming from somewhere where it's cold if you're traveling in the winter months. So remember, 70 is going to feel a lot warmer. 60 will feel a lot warmer to you than what you're used to. So unless the forecast is literally in the 30s or 40s, and that is so rare in Florida, I would say maybe 1 week, 2 weeks a year is that cold. You're probably going to be okay with shorts and shirts, t-shirts and shorts, and then just a couple warmer items to cover up when it gets colder at night. So that is it for my tips. And then I'll show you kind of what we did. Okay, so here is our first suitcase. Everything is packed in packing cubes according to outfits. And for the boys, we have their outfits in the plastic bags like I showed you guys earlier. And then I have one very large suitcase, so that has all of our, I'm actually gonna open that and show you. Has like everything we need for the whole trip, as well as this one. This one just has like shoes and hats. I needed to break these apart just because this one was gonna get too full and I need room for souvenirs. And then the two silver suitcases have all our clothes. One suitcase has for the first 4 days, one suitcase, or for the first 3 days. This suitcase has for the last 4 days. And then the first suitcase has those extra items I talked about, the 2 pairs of pants, a long sleeve shirt, plain long sleeve shirt to wear under clothes in case we need it. This is our suitcase that has the things we'll need for the entire trip. So we've got snacks. This is like autograph books and pins, makeup, toiletries down here, like ear hats and things like that. I wanted to show you guys some of the things I do to make our trip a little bit easier. These things here I buy at the dollar store. Little bins, they're easy to pack and they really keep everything organized. Some other things I bring to help make our trip a little bit easier. Don't forget to bring, if you have something that needs batteries, like we have our cooling fan here, or the misting fans or anything like that. We've also got these, I bought these Christmas lights because we're going during Christmas time. And I'm actually gonna put these on the stroller at nighttime to help us identify the stroller. There you go, you can kind of see. And so those take batteries. So there's a couple things that take batteries, like if you buy those bubble wands or anything like that. So I always have extra double A's, quarters and pennies, if you want to do smash pennies, markers for autograph books, for writing on celebration buttons and things like that. If you are going to write on the celebration button, don't forget tape, because the tape will help you keep whatever you're writing on. Scissors to cut moleskin. I always bring dryer sheets and Tide Pods in case we want to do laundry. That's a lot easier and it's much cheaper than buying the stuff there. These are my sponges that I put the soap on them and then let them dry and then put them in a bag, and then those can wash out for the folded mugs. And that's pretty much it. And that's pretty much all I have for you guys. I know I pack a lot of stuff. I just like our family to look really cute. And so I pack a lot of clothes and hats and things like that. I have like a lot of like Santa hats since we're going at Christmas time. I have these like little light up necklaces. Now you can actually buy these in the park. I think they've changed them now. Some of the bulbs are like Mickey heads, but these I bought at the dollar store compared to like I think the $15 that they are at Disney. I also bought, like, to match our Christmas party shirts, I bought these buffalo check Santa hats, and they were $2.50 at Hobby Lobby. And these ones, I don't remember how much these were. These Mickey Santa hats, I got at Five Below. I think they were like $4. So again, these are things that I want our family to look cute in the pictures, and Disney sells a lot of these exact same things, like Minnie Mouse ears. Disney is selling ears very similar to this. They're a little bit nicer, but still. I paid $15, or I could you know, I paid $15 on Etsy, or I could pay $30 at the park. So for me, I do fly Southwest, so we get free check bags, 2 per person. I'm bringing 5 suitcases. So I think for 5 people, 5 suitcases isn't like outrageous. And I actually could have packed in less. I just wanted to leave room for souvenirs. So I will admit, like I probably went overboard. But it's our first trip at Christmas time. It might be our only trip at Christmas time. So I really, really want to kind of do it up and have fun. So that's it. We leave in a few days here, and I am so excited to do all the Christmas things. And hopefully you guys will check out the vlogs from that, which should be coming out probably right, you know, like the week after this video comes up. But thanks for watching.